everybody doing? When you come in, say hello. So today I wanted to talk about pay attention to the synchronicities. So for those who don't know me, I'm Tracy Gorick. I'm a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, and then we work on mindset. All of that together is how I help you get well. Energetically, I go in and I find what's wrong, and I work on that and clear it out. But then we have to work on the spiritual and the mental parts of it to understand how you got to where you did to begin with, right? There's always something there, and I noticed, I'll get to the pay attention to synchronicities in a minute, but I want to talk about this because I said it the other day, and I talked to a client about it just recently, and it just makes so much sense. I was walking, and walking along, and then my knee started hurting. And so I sent healing to it, and it felt better, and so I continued to walk, and it started hurting again. So I sent healing to it, and then I was walking again, and then it started to hurt, so I paid attention where my thoughts were going. And my thoughts were going into the fight or flight and the getting frustrated and angry at different situations that were going on around my life. And it started hurting when I was doing that. And so finally, about 3 or 4 times of doing that, I was able to get my mind off of going there, and the knees didn't hurt the rest of the time. So I had my husband do the same thing. That day or a couple of days later, same thing for him. He was walking and it would start to hurt, so then he sent healing to it, and then he'd walk farther and it started to hurt, so then he started paying attention, and his mind was going places that is causing the pain, illness, sickness in our bodies. So it's a lot. Okay, there's so many different things, but that is one possibility, especially when it's a pain in a joint or in your body. Illness could be different things, but it could also be that. So it's very, there's so many different possibilities to why you have pain and illness. But the point in this is why energy healing is so important. Even if you go to the doctor and you get a diagnosis and they give you medicine and heals it or whatever, you still haven't worked on the mental part of it, and it'll come back either the same way or in a different way. So you really, it's about healing your whole self. Body, mind, and spirit. It's healing the whole thing is what gets you better. And I'm doing that, the master class tomorrow, and I hope you guys can come, because in there I go over all the different, not all of them, but a lot of the different things that can happen to you. And it's very interesting. People really find it interesting, all the things that we talk about. So come and bring your questions. Okay, so pay attention to the synchronicities in your life. I've noticed a lot lately, and when you start paying attention, you can see the synchronicities, and that's when you know where your mind is going and that it's right, that you're on track for you, for your truth. It's you and you alone, but you've got to pay attention to that. And so there's all these synchronicities that'll show up for you. You'll think something, you'll see something, and then you'll see it somewhere else, right? So for me, the other day, I was the red pill, blue pill came up for the Matrix, and it was interesting. I wanted to do this big old post on it, but I just did a little one to show for people who haven't seen the Matrix. It's very interesting and funny. Not funny, but it's interesting. The red pill, blue pill in that Matrix. And then I saw a post that I really loved, or it wasn't a post, it was a documentary I really loved, and it brought up that in it. And I was like, oh, there's my synchronicity. And then also the Star Trek thing. I've always been fascinated with that one scene. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a post I did a couple of days ago. The Star Trek, where they're in the hospital, and the guy says, Earth in their medieval practices or something like that. And I just, from that moment of seeing that, I was like, oh, I just connected to that. So anyway, that showed up, and then again in another documentary that showed up. So those were my ones I can remember. There's been a lot more synchronicities but I can't grab onto them right now, but those are the ones that have stood out to me lately. So pay attention to those synchronicities, because when you see them, then you're validating what your thought is, and your higher self and your true self is validating you, right? So pay attention, and you can see. The other thing is, so what's very interesting for especially people that are healers or coaches or whatever, and they're connecting to the universal mind, source, whatever. When you're connecting, there's a lot of times people are going to get the same kind of information, and so you'll see it across the board. And I know it's just interesting to pay attention how all of a sudden something will show up in several different places, and it's not that people are copying each other. For the most part, I guess it's possible there's some that are, but for the most part, it's people are tapping into the source and they're getting the information. So when you see it like that, that's like another validation for that. So pay attention, just pay attention to the synchronicities. It helps you see that you're kind of on the right track. And so that's what I have for today. Any questions, please ask me away. I love to answer them. Any questions that are sent to me, I will answer them in the Thursday at the masterclass that I'm going to do. So I hope you guys will come. It's very informative and kind of entertaining. You get to see a different side of things maybe that you didn't know about. So I would love to have you in there. If you have to sign up though, it's going to be a Zoom link. And if you can't get into the Zoom link, then go ahead and sign up. I will send a replay of it if you can't happen to get onto Zoom or you can't be there at that moment. I will send a replay out so you can see the masterclass. And also, Wellness Wednesdays today. So that's where we do mini healings. If you show up, I will work on as many people as I can that show up for the healing, and it's individual healing. You tell me and we go in and work on one little thing for you so you can get an idea on how the healing works and you can see it for yourself. So that is tonight at 7 Eastern time. So that'll just be live on all my pages. Eventually though, that's going to be only something I offer in the group. So if you're not in there, get in that group. For right now, I'm just trying to open it to everybody because of the earth and what's going on. I'm trying to help as much as I can with these energy healing here, doing the group, the mini healings tonight, the masterclass tomorrow, and then I'm even offering a great discount it's a month group healing. So we meet once a week. You can message me that whole time to get help. I give healings to you, and I won't take more than 10. I give healings to you, and you get a spiritual message, and then we talk. Like, that's a big part of the healing, is talking about what's going on with you. And that's a month healing and working together, and it's $125. And I have people signing up already, and the ones for sure that are coming are the ones that have already worked with me, so they know what it's like to work with me, and they know that they understand the benefits of this, and especially 4 weeks working with me is a big deal, and we can get a lot done. So it's only $125, which is normally a session, and that's a first-time session. That's not just a one-time session if you've already worked with me. So that's 4 healings you're going to get with that. So look out for that if you're interested in participating in that. I already have people signing up. I'm limiting it to 10 because I want to be able to give you the attention that you need to get something worked on in that month. So, all right, that's what I've got for today. We're going to do healing now. So, Gloria, put that intention out about what you want worked on, whether it's what we discussed yesterday on the live or whatever. Just put that intention out, and that energy is going to go help you with that, okay? So we're going to send healing energy here in a second. If you want it, it'll come to you. If you don't, it won't. Don't worry about it. It's not going to be forced. So sit back and relax, and I want you to just take one deep breath in. And on the exhale, just release everything that's no longer serving you. Take another deep breath in. And on the exhale, release everything that's no longer serving you. And one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, release everything that's no longer serving you. Now I want you to imagine a violet flame coming down below your feet, up from below your feet and up and around your body, through your whole energy. It's cleansing, clearing, and purifying anything that is no longer serving you. Any negative thoughts that come up, I want you to put that in the violet flame. And any negativity coming at you from other people you feel. People can get angry even when we're driving in the car. We've discussed this, and you know, they don't mean to, but they're sending negative energy to you. So just put that in the violet flame, or just make sure that gets cleared out of you. It's not for you to hold on to, it's their stuff. And then anything that you feel from the consciousness that's been attached or gotten attached into your energy, just let it go. Put it in the violet flame. Just clear your whole body, mind, spirit, and energy. Just clear it out of all that negative thoughts, whether from you, others, or just that's out there. Okay, and then when you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and send the energy. If you would like to accept it, put an intention out there of what you want it to do to help you. Energy will go where it's needed, but the intention that you put out will help it go where you would like also. So I'll begin sending the energy. Okay, that's what we have for today. Gloria, if you're still on, I'm going to message you because something came up when I was working on the group healing for you. So I'll message you on that. So if we're not friends, look for me or message me. Okay, I'll try to find you, but just know that I'm sending you a message. Thank you all for being here. All right, now for your daily stuff. Go imagine, write, feel what you want to be, how you want to be, how you want the world to be for you. And write it, feel it, sense it. Just see the beauty of what your life will be coming out of this. Keep it to yourself. No anger, negativity towards others, or otherwise it's going to negate anything you do. Yes, Gloria, I do, and we can talk about that. I'll message you and we can have a discussion. So go do that. Go write what your most perfect, beautiful day would be for you and how you want to see the world, because we're creating it now. We're creating it for ourselves, and as a consciousness, when we're all creating that, imagine what a beautiful world we can have, okay? Then go do something you love, something that brings you joy, something that lifts you up. I did a post yesterday, and a bunch of people posted what they do. So if you're having trouble figuring out what brings you joy, go look at it. There's a bunch of different great ideas, okay? And then I'm going to do one today for self-care. I'll put a post up to answer. So go and put down what your self-care is today. Go do some self-care. Drink some tea. Take a detox bath. Meditate, pray, whatever that is. Do some self-care, okay? And then do something kind for somebody else. Lift yourself up and lift them up. When you see something in someone, just say it. At least do it once, but if you can do it more, great. The more the better, okay, on all of these. And then write 10 things you're grateful for. Start paying attention to what's good and happy in your life. Focus more on that, and more of it's going to come to you. So that's what I have for today, guys. I love you all. I hope you have a great day. And tonight's mini healings, Wellness Wednesday. So look for that. It's at 7 Eastern. It will be on my business page, but I put it in my other pages too. So look for it there. Pay attention though. It's better to join from my page. If for some reason I don't always see the messages, if you're catching it on like my group or even my personal page. So pay attention to that. So try to get on my personal page, because then I can see the messages. So I love you all again. So I'll see you tonight and tomorrow here in the morning, and then for the the class. Thank you guys. See you later. Bye.